Please look right for traffic when exiting.
Hey folks, today is Saturday, January 11th. The time right now is 4:13 p.m. and the temperature is relatively nice at 0 degrees Celsius. And that was a 511 Bathurst streetcar that I was just on, making its way south down to Union Station. If I can get my Google Assistant to shut up and stop distracting me. Maybe I'll be able to form a coherent thought. This is College Street. Just across the street is Sneaky D's. Let's go over that way. I've walked along College a few times somewhat recently, but let's go along the north side. There's the iconic Sneaky D's. Originally opened up north of here near Brewer and Bathurst back in 1987. Moved to this location 3 years later. And shortly after that, the performance venue opened up on the second floor. They're known for their nachos. I think they call them the King's Crown nachos. As you can see, we had a bit of a snowfall yesterday. There's Nest. Oh yeah, the walk. So this one, I'm going to be walking through Kensington Market. And then I'll be making my way down to Richmond Street. And from Spadina and Richmond, we'll head over to University. And I'll pop into a subway station.
Eat it? Yeah.
The neighborhood on the right is Kensington Market, bordered by College Street here to the north, Spadina to the east, which is the direction I'm heading, and Dundas Street to the south, and Bathurst to its west. Toby's Pub has been here for a while. The business on this corner always seems to be changing. I remember for the longest time it was a coffee shop. It became a Japanese donkasu restaurant. Now it says printing, digital design, and copying. That's Toronto Western Hospital, just to the south of here. There's a new place beyond Bonme. There goes an eastbound 506 Carlton. That one is going all the way to Main Street Station. And this is an old historic fire hall on the right. Built in 1878, and that clock tower, I think, was added several years later.
Oh yeah. It would be worth it the next day when you wake up.
It's still serving as a fire hall. Number 8 Ho Station. Although now it's Toronto Fire Station 315. And back in the mid-2000s, I looked at one of these townhomes here with a couple of friends. We looked at renting the entire place. And I think the rent was reasonable, but I think it was just one floor actually of the homes, and we only had one parking spot, and each of us had a car. We ended up getting a townhome that could accommodate all of us down in the St. Lawrence neighborhood. This church has been known for being accommodating towards the encampment on its front yard. Coming up is Augusta. We'll head south maybe to Baldwin and over to Kensington and down to Dundas. And this kind of traveler is actually a hostel. I think it's one of the few left. About 15-20 years ago, there were hostels all over the city. The private room with a double bed right now is going for about $120. You can get a 8-pod room bed for $50, but then you're sharing with 7 others. We also have male and female only rooms.
मैं बड़ी बड़ी लड़ी मांग गया इसको हाँ
There you go, Kensington Market. This is a very popular and eclectic neighborhood. In fact, earlier in the week, the Toronto Preservation Board recommended that Kensington become a heritage district. There's another hostel, the Same Sun Hostel. This is an area that's been resisting gentrification for quite a while. In fact, at one point, I think in the early 2000s, Nike opened up a store here. They're trying to push a new brand.
I think we tried to grab a beer here.
And that was met with a lot of graffiti and protest. And soon after they left, there was also an attempt by Walmart to build an urban format store where Cromer Radio used to be. And that was met with a lot of local opposition. And eventually, that development became centered around a grocery store. I think they put a limit to the square footage they could build there. And throughout the summer, on the final Sunday of every month, I think from May to October actually, this area is pedestrianized for the day. And it takes on a very festive atmosphere. There's a lot of street performers and buskers. The streets are flowing with people. It's very different. Weekend afternoon. If I were to continue going straight here, we'd be walking by Bellevue Square Park. It's probably the single most unique neighborhood in the city. I think the aim of that preservation board is to protect the architecture and built form, as well as the type of businesses here. Definitely leans a lot more in the independent direction. This used to be a popular This is an area that's seen waves and waves of immigration since the 19th century, with each generation kind of contributing to the overall character of the area. If I were to continue going straight, we'd find ourselves in the thick of Chinatown on Spadina.
Of ducks.
Not really, it's just that kind of place.
It's always colorful walking through here.
Someone tried a yellow jacket on, I guess. No. No, I bought this jacket.
Lost Gen Vintage.
But I don't want to.
Get no credit.
I think the cost of vintage clothing has skyrocketed. I remember coming here in the late 90s and going through some of these stores where most of the items are like $5 or $6.
YouTube channel.
There's the Cocktail Emporium.
They should. Why not? And we find ourselves on Dundas. I did a walk around the Alexandra Park neighborhood, which is just south of here, last week. But I didn't cover the stretch between Spadina and Keene in that video. This is Dundas and Spadina.
Salali kasi wala mo ng motor. Oh my God, for sure, because today.
There's a fire truck north of here that's lights on. Sadly, one thing you still won't see here, the 510 Spadina streetcars. They are MIA. They were supposed to be restored last month at some point. Not sure what the latest is on them, but
15%.
they definitely either underestimated how long it would take to get it back up and running, or TTC is dragging their heels.
Because I was like
But I think there's a certain kind of people that gravitate more.
And it's the Chinatown Center, and that used to be a Super 8 hotel behind it. Now it's a youth shelter. Done a few videos featuring the Chinatown Center, as well as the Dragon Center just north of here. So on the right we have Toronto-style sidewalks in the winter, and on the left we have Montreal-style sidewalks. It's kind of a gloomy day. Not much in the way of blue skies or sun. It's been like this all day. And the sun's about to set in an hour.
In the public consciousness.
Is Queen Street West coming up. And the northeast corner over there, and the southwest corner, Ontario Line construction is underway. Let's cross over to the east side of Spadina, almost up the block down in Richmond.
And this will take us into the garment district. That overlaps on this side of Spadina with the entertainment district. Richmond's a one-way street. Goes west, and I'll be walking that all the way to University. This is east on Richmond Street West. You can see a lot of the old textile buildings in the area, hence the name Garment District. Conveniently, a lot of them were used as clubs back in the heyday of Toronto club culture. You just walk by Goa Salon. I go to their Young and Eglinton location. Small bagel, $6.99 every day. Definitely a lot quieter along Richmond. Swipe design, books and objects across the street. This is Peter Street, just south of King. It becomes Blue Jays Way. That corner used to be a bar called Fez Boutique. That property was expropriated by the city. And turned into this social services center. Just over there used to be the original Burrito Boys. A club where this condo is. In the late 2000s, a lot of condos started popping up in this area, and people were complaining about the noise and the crowds, mostly on Fridays and Saturday nights. Like, what the hell did you expect? You moved into such a busy, vibrant area. It's interesting, and no frills moved in there. was at one point the Public nightclub. Then it became a Linens and things. That whole building is set to be redeveloped. It was built as a famous player's Paramount movie theater. There's currently plans to turn it into a condo and have a smaller movie theater move in. It's kind of curious that a Loblaws chain store moved in there. Maybe that development or redevelopment is on hold. Where Michael's, the arts and crafts store, is used to be, I believe it was a Chapters Books, and then it became an Indigo. They were popular spots to hang out before a movie. Where the ballroom bowl is used to be Montana. Across John Street.
Yeah, okay.
I guess the ballroom bowl has been a hit enough that they've opened up a few more locations. There's one at Dundas Square. And another one up at Yonge and Bloor. And this lot across the street, that very colorful lot, that's been an outdoor patio in recent years. It is set to become a public park. To be where Whiskey Saigon was a popular club. Now it's home to iHeartRadio. As we arrive at Duncan Street. OCAD. That's that building across the street. It's the Ontario College of Art and Design.
They're taxing on
And Yuck Yucks is here on the left. I think this is the, I'm positive this is the city's only Yuck Yucks location. The one at Yonge and Eglinton became an absolute comedy. That's right next door to an excellent sashimi restaurant. What are they doing? Flopping around like a bunch of dead fish? Or I guess fish out of water? I don't think dead fish move. across Simcoe Street. Good look at that facade. That will be stapled onto a new development. Or an old bank building. And across University Avenue here is the financial district. Going to pop a few blocks south at the St. Andrew station, and I'll wrap this one up. Shangri-La on the right. And a video passing through there. And they now have a Mach 32. It is definitely quieter along this stretch. It would be at this hour on a weekday. How do red lights work? I don't know, says that BMW driver. Alright, I'm going to duck into the subway station, but I'll wrap this one up right here. I hope you enjoyed this walk from the Kensington Market neighborhood down towards King and University via Richmond Street in the financial district, or across the street from the financial district. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, time to go jump on the train, so thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.